Hi all, hope all you are fine. Today we can discuss about the inverse Laplace transform determination using derivative property. We have already seen the method of finding the inverse Laplace transform using convolution method, partial fraction method, and also using the basic standard formulae. So if we cannot apply these techniques directly, we can use another property, that is derivative property. So there is a formula for that, that is Laplace inverse of a transform is equal to minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of derivative of that transform, that is d by ds of f of s. This formula comes from the property of Laplace transform when a function is multiplied by some powers of t. We have seen this formula there, that is Laplace transform of t raised to n f of t. A function multiplied by some powers of t is equal to minus 1 raised to n d by ds of dn by dsn, that is nth derivative of f of s. This we have seen in the property of Laplace transform. So in this formula, if we are substituting n is equal to 1, then Laplace transform of t f of t becomes minus d by ds of f of s. Okay, that means Laplace transform of this function is minus d by s of f of s, or we can say it as minus of Laplace inverse of d by ds of f of s is equal to t f of t. That is Laplace inverse of this function is t f of t. Now what is this f of t? F of t is the Laplace inverse of f of s. So that is equal to minus Laplace inverse of d by ds of f of s. Now this we can write it as Laplace inverse of a transform f of s is equal to, if you are taking this t to that side, then minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of d by ds of f of s. Okay, that is the Laplace inverse of a transform is same as minus 1 by t into Laplace inverse of the derivative of that transform. Okay, so we can see some questions, then we can easily apply this method to find the inverse Laplace transform. Okay, the first question is, find the Laplace inverse of log s plus a divided by s plus b. Okay, see the question, our focus function is f of s is here is log s plus a divided by s plus b. Can we use any standard formula here? No. Can we use the partial fraction method? No. Can we use the convolution method? What is convolution method? Split this function, the Laplace transform, into two as the product of two transforms. So that also not possible. So we can use the derivative property. How can we use the derivative property here? That is Laplace inverse of a transform is equal to minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of d by ds, that is derivative of this transform f of s. What is our f of s here? F of s is log s plus a by s plus b. So that this f of s we can write it as log s plus a divided by s plus b. So log a by b we can change this as log a minus log b. So we can write it as log s plus a minus log s plus b. Okay, to make it simple, we are splitting this as log a by b. We can write it as log a minus log b. So that is equal to minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of derivative of that function, derivative of the log function. What is the derivative of log x? D by dx of log x is 1 by x. So d by ds of log s plus a is 1 by s plus a minus 1 by s plus b. Okay, so that is equal to minus 1 by 2 Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus a. What is the Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus a? That is shifting properties there, e raised to exponential properties there. That is 1 by s plus a Laplace inverse is e raised to minus at minus 1 by s plus b Laplace inverse is e raised to minus bt. If it is s minus a, then will be e raised to at. Then if it is s plus a, then e raised to minus at. So see this, we can very easily find out the inverse Laplace transform using this derivative property. Okay, we can see more problems. Another question is question number 2. Find the Laplace inverse of log 1 minus 1 by s square. Okay, so see this question. Here we cannot use the partial fraction method or convolution method here. Usually when we are when we have a log function, tan trigonometry, tan function, then we can easily use this derivative property there. See here, here according to this derivative property, it will be equal to minus 1 by 2 Laplace inverse of d by ds of f of s. What is our f of s here? Log 1 minus 1 by s square. So on simplifying, we are getting log s square minus 1 by s square. That is log a by b. So log a by b, we can write it as log a minus log b. So log a minus log b, that is log numerator s square minus 1 minus log denominator, that is s square. Okay, so d by ds of log s square minus 1 minus log s square, that is minus 1 by 2 Laplace inverse of, what is the derivative of log s square minus 1? 1 by s square minus 1. Okay, see this, it is very important. Again, we have to look on this s square minus 1. There is s square function, so we have to multiply the derivative of s square to there. That is, the s square derivative is 2s. So multiply here, that is 2s minus log s square. Log s square, we can write it as 2 log s. Therefore, 2 into derivative of log s. What is the derivative of log s? 1 by s. Okay, so now it will become minus 1 by 2. What is the Laplace inverse of 2 into s by s square minus 1? S by s square minus a square is the Laplace inverse of which function? S square minus means it is hyperbolic function. S square minus a square in the numerator, if it is s there, that is cos function. That is cos h at. A is 1 square here, a is 1. So cos ht minus 2 into, what is the Laplace inverse of 1 by s? 1. So 2 into 1. Okay, so that is equal to, if you want, we can take this 2 outside and minus 2 outside. So that means minus I am taking outside, 2 also outside. So 2 by t into, this is 1 minus cos ht. Okay, 1 minus cos ht. Okay, using 1-2 simple steps, we can find out the inverse Laplace transform using the derivative property. Only one thing we know to find the differentiation of that for given function. Now the next question is, find the Laplace inverse of log s square plus a square divided by root of s plus b. Okay, this is also the same method as we have seen in the last problem. That is minus 1 by 2 Laplace inverse of, using the derivative property, minus 1 by 2 Laplace inverse of d by ds of log, this is log a by b, so log a minus b, that is log s square plus a square minus log root of s plus b. Root of s plus b. Now this is equal to minus 1 by 2 Laplace inverse of, what is log s square plus a square derivative? 1 by s square plus a square. Multiply this derivative of s square plus a square to here. That is, s square derivative is 2s, therefore 2s minus, here it is log root s plus b. That is, here we can log root s plus b minus means log s plus b raised to 1 by 2. Log s plus b raised to 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 log s plus b. Okay, so that means it is become minus 1 by 2. The derivative of log s plus b is 1 by s plus b. Okay, now it is easy to find the inverse, that is minus 1 by 2 into what is s by s square plus a square, that is the s is in the numerator, so that will be cos function s square plus a square, so that means not hyperbolic, that is only cos a t minus 1 by 2. What is the Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus b? E raised to minus bt. So we are getting, we can take the minus also outside. So 1 by t into 1 by 2 e raised to minus bt minus 2 cos at. Okay, so see this is very easy. Okay. So the next question is Laplace inverse of tan inverse 1 plus s. Okay, so in this case, we cannot use the standard formula or partial fraction method or convolution method. We can use the derivative property here, that is minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of d by ds of f of s. What is our f of s here? Tan inverse 1 plus s. Okay, so that is equal to minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of, what is the derivative of tan inverse 1 plus s? We know the formula, d by dx of tan inverse x is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus x square. So this will become d by ds of tan inverse 1 plus s become 1 divided by 1 plus x square, means x is here 1 plus s, that is 1 plus s all square is equal to, this is, we have to by heart, this is equal to minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of, that is 1 by s plus 1 all square plus 1. So can we, now this is in the form of a standard formula, that is 1 by s square plus a square, but is with the a shifting here, s plus 1 means a shifting there. So what is will be the answer? Minus 1 by 2, a shifting is here s plus 1. So due to that s plus 1, it become e raised to minus at, that is according to first shifting theorem. Then it is equal to a by s square plus a square. What is a by s square plus a square? That is sine at. Sine, what is sine t? 1. Okay, a is 1, so sine at divided by a, that is equal to 1. So our answer is minus 1 by 2 e raised to minus t at. Sorry, a is here. What is the a here? A is 1. Okay, a is 1 here. So that is minus 1 by t e raised to minus t sin t. Okay, so now the question is Laplace inverse of cot inverse as. Okay, so using derivative property, we can write it as minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of d by ds of cot inverse as. Okay, so that is equal to, so only thing we must have a clear knowledge about the derivative of the all the inverse functions. Okay, so tan inverse x, we have seen that 1 by 1 plus x square. So what is the derivative of cot inverse x? That is minus 1 by 1 plus x square. So d by dx of cot inverse x is minus 1 by 1 plus x square. If it is tan inverse x, 1 by 1 plus x square, cot inverse x minus 1 by 1 plus x square. So this become minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of minus 1 by 1 plus x is here as, that is as square. Now all the students are making the mistake, they are not multiplying this derivative of this as with this function, that is here as derivative is a, so we have to multiply that also in the numerator. So that become minus a by 1 plus as all square. So this is equal to minus 1 by t Laplace inverse of this is a 1 minus a, I am taking outside, so this become plus a Laplace inverse of 1 plus, we can write it as s square plus a square form in order to apply the basic standard formula. So this become s square, so which term I am taking outside? A square I am taking outside, so a square will come here. So this is 1 by, here also a square, 1 by a square. Okay, so that is equal to, this become a by t, so this a and this will cancel, so 1 by a t Laplace inverse of 1 by s square plus 1 by s square plus a square. What is 1 by s square plus a square? That is sine a t by a. So what this becomes? The Laplace inverse of this become sine a t. What is a here? 1 by a. So 1 by a t divided by a. What is a? 1 by a. Okay, so we are getting the answer. This is equal to 1 by t. This a and a will cancel into sine t by a. Okay, so we must have a knowledge about this. What is the Laplace derivative of this cot inverse x? Okay, Laplace inverse of 2 tan h inverse s. Okay. Now, this is a hyperbolic trigonometric function, inverse function, trigonometric inverse function. So, using the Laplace transform derivative property, it is minus 1 by 2 Laplace inverse of d by dx of tan h inverse s. Okay, 2 is a constant, so I am taking here 2 by t. Okay, so that is equal to, see this, what is the derivative of tan h inverse x? So now we have to remember these formulas. D by dx of tan h inverse x is equal to d by dx of also cot h inverse x is equal to 1 by 1 minus x square. Okay, so 1 by 1 minus x square, tan h inverse x or cot h inverse x. In the case of hyperbolic, the derivative formula is same, 1 by 1 minus x square. So we will get here minus 2 by t Laplace inverse of, this is minus 1 by, sorry, not minus here, this is inverse, there is plus only, 1 by 1 minus x square. Okay, so that is minus 2 by t Laplace inverse of, what is 1 by 1 minus s square? That is, we can write it as 1 by s square minus 1. Here I am taking minus outside, so plus 2 by t Laplace inverse of 1 by s square minus 1. So that is 2 by t. What is the Laplace inverse of 1 by s square minus 1? Here minus means that is hyperbolic. Numerator 1 means that is sine function. That is sine vht. Okay. So only thing, we must have a clear knowledge about this derivative of this logarithmic functions, inverse functions, etc. So just revise the topics that differentiation topic that you have studied in your +2 classes. So it is very easy to find out the inverse Laplace transform using this derivative property rather than using any other complicated techniques. So first of all, when you are getting such questions, when a logarithmic functions or trigonometric Laplace transforms directly, then you can use this property very easily, because the convolution method or partial fraction methods are difficult to apply there. So use this derivative property and you can find out this inverse Laplace transform within 1 or 2 steps. Okay, so only thing, just practice it. The practice is required in the formulas of these inverse functions and logarithmic functions. So try more questions. All the best. Bye bye.